everyone. My name is Michael, and we're going to be starting off at Joshua chapter 1 today. Joshua installed as leader. Chapter 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, son of Nun, Moses' aide, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now then, you and all these people, get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land that I'm about to give to them, to the Israelites. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the great river, the Euphrates, all the Hittite country to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So Joshua ordered the officers of the people, go through the camp and tell these people, get your provisions ready. 3 days from now, you will cross the Jordan here to go in and take possession of the land the Lord your God has given you for your own. But the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joshua said, but to the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joshua said, remember the command that Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you after he said, the Lord your God will give you rest by giving you this land. Your wives, your children, your livestock may stay in the land that Moses gave you east of the Jordan, but all your fighting men, ready for battle, must cross over ahead of your fellow Israelites. You are to help them until the Lord gives them rest, as he has done for you, and until they too have taken possession of the land the Lord your God has given them. After that, you may go back and occupy your own land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you east of Jordan towards the sunrise. Then they answered Joshua, whatever you have commanded us we will do, and wherever you send us we will go. Just as we fully obeyed Moses, so we will obey you. Only may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. Whoever rebels against your word and does not obey it, whatever you may command them, will be put to death, or whoever disobeys you will be put to death. Only be strong and courageous. I'm sorry. I can just hear my Old Testament teacher laughing about this, because the Israelites are acting like they obeyed Moses perfectly, and they didn't. All right. And of course, that's the same with all of us. Chapter 2. This is about Rahab and the spies. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. Go look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. And I was laughing about that too. It's like, Maybe that's just because prostitutes are always looking for people, and they're pretty easy to get to know. Um, but, we'll never know. The king of Jericho was told, "Look, some of the Israelites have come here. Look, some of the Israelites have come here tonight to spy out the land." So the king of Jericho sent this message to Rahab: "Bring out the men who came to you and entered your house, because they have come to spy out the whole land." But the woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them. She said, "Yes, the men have come to me, but I did not know where they had come from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, they left. I don't know where or which way they went. Go after them quickly. You may catch up with them." But she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax she had laid out on the roof. So the men set out in pursuit of the spies on the road that leads to the fords of Jordan, and as soon as the pursuers had gone out, the gate was shut. Before the spies lay down for the night, she went up on the roof and said to them, "I know that the Lord has given you this land, and that a great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all who live in the country are melting in fear because of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to Sihon and Og, the 2 kings of the Amorites east of the Jordan, whom you completely destroyed. When we heard of it, our hearts melted in fear, and everyone's courage failed because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven and on earth below. Now then, please swear to me by the Lord that you will show kindness to my family, because I have shown kindness to you. Give me a sure sign that you will spare the lives of my father and my mother, my brothers and my sisters, all who belong to them, and that you will save us from death." "Our lives for your lives," the men assured her. "If you don't tell what we are doing, we will treat you kindly and faithfully when the Lord gives us the land." So she let them down by a rope through the window, for the house she lived in was part of the city wall. She said to them, "Go to the hills so the pursuers will not find you. Hide yourselves there for 3 days until their return, and then go on your way." Now the men had said to her, "This oath you made us swear will not be binding on us unless we enter the land. When we enter the land, you have tied this scarlet cord in the window through which you let us down. And unless you have brought your father and mother, your brothers, and all of your family into your house, if any of them go outside your house into the street, their blood will be on their own heads. We will not be responsible. As for those who are in the house with you, their blood will be on our head. If a hand is laid on them, it will be our fault. But if you tell what we are doing, we will be released from the oath you made us swear." "Agreed," she replied. "Let it be as you say." So she sent them away, and they departed, and she tied a scarlet cord in the window. When they left, they went into the hills and stayed there 3 days, until the pursuers had searched all along the road and returned without finding them. Then the 2 men started back. They went down out of the hills, forded the river, and came to Joshua, son of Nun, and told him everything that had happened to them. They said to Joshua, "The Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. All the people are melting in fear because of us." And there you have it. That's Joshua 1 and 2. Let me pray. Lord, just thank you for your word. Joshua, what a beautiful book. Lots of hard things in this book, but also lots of things that inspire. I think I also feel compelled to read a psalm to you guys. Maybe we'll just start at Psalm 1 to keep it simple. So, almost. Okay. Psalm 1. Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, and stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night. The person, this is a cool part, the person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do, it prospers. Not so the wicked, they are like chaff. The wind blows away. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the seat of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked leads to destruction. And if you have time, you can check out Jeremiah 17. That has a very similar description about a righteous man being kind of like a tree. But I think that's where we'll leave off for now. Yeah, this is cool to do. I've never done something like this before. I hope you guys are well, and leave a prayer request down in the comments below. Love you guys, and be well.